Factional leader of Ohanaeze Ndigbo, has told Tinubu to grant amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB), and the Biafran leader who has never committed any offense. Rather, the terrorist government of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, bribed international communities, including the Kenyan government, thereby kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and extraordinarily renditioning him to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria, and one saboteur sitting somewhere in Enugu or Abuja telling the great man of our lifetime, Nnamdi Kanu, to collect amnesty for committing no offense. Now, for the fact that I have video clip, I'm going to, of course, first of all, read the news in details from one of the Zoom media platforms, the Daily Post, and after that I'll play the video which I have, because we need to remind the idiot something. We need to remind him that we have all his record and they are all there waiting for him, so he must calm down. His own chapter will be open when the time is due. So let us read first of all and see what the idiot is talking about. And according to the headline, they said Ohanaeze seeks amnesty for Nnamdi Kanu. Ohanaeze seeks amnesty for Nnamdi Kanu. Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, has called on President Bola Tinubu to grant amnesty to the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, on or before June 12, 2026, as part of efforts to promote national reconciliation and strengthen unity across the country. In a press statement issued and endorsed by the fractional Deputy President General, Mazi Okechukwu, there is nothing like Mazi there. A saboteur and a criminal cannot bear the name Mazi in Igbo land. So, Okechukwu and the national spokesman, Chief Thompson Ohia, the group emphasized that Kanu's release, preferably timed to coincide with Nigeria's Democracy Day, will signal a bold commitment to justice, inclusion, and healing decade-old grievances in the southeast. You see, they are still telling you about, justice, inclusion. Inclusion. And Igbo Efulefu is still begging the Fulani to include them in the useless, terror-infested political structures of the Zoological Republic. An Igbo man who claims to be an Igbo man is begging the Fulani to include them in a terror-infested circle. Unbelievable. So they continue, they said, Ohanaeze clarified that Kanu's agitation has been widely misunderstood, arguing that his advocacy aligns more with the philosophical vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, particularly the concept of a Biafra of the mind. You see, rather than a renewed push for secession, Biafra of the mind. As at this point in time, one fool is still talking about Biafra of the mind, where thousands of Igbo youths are being massacred, hundreds of families displaced, destroyed, villages bombarded, market squares destroyed by the terrorist and jihadist army of Nigeria. An Igbo Efulefu, a criminal who called himself an Igbo man, is still talking about Biafra of the mind. So it was because of Biafra of the mind, he also called Biafra of the mind, the reason why the Igbo people lost millions of souls in the hands of jihadist army of Nigeria. Are you kidding me? Now they continued. According to the group, this ideology promotes consciousness, self-determination through dialogue and socio-political equity within a united Nigeria. Within a united Nigeria. Kafara. Iya na abo kafara. Ndị otu obi Kubana na Kubana chief priest. Kafara bifa. They want united Nigeria, where Fulani will be massacring innocent people, chasing them away from their homes and their ancestral lands. And you are looking for a united Nigeria, where Fulani will come and destroy your political, structure and your tradition, rape your women, displace your families, in fact, install emir to rule over you, you are talking about a united Nigeria, an Igbo Efulefu. Or you think that what is happening in Benue State, happening in Plateau State, you are immune, your land is immune. They cannot penetrate your land if you don't have able-bodied young men who can defend the land. You think that your land is immune, they cannot penetrate. You think that with the presence of the jihadist army and police of the zoo, the Fulani terrorists cannot penetrate. So I ask you, the side that they are penetrating, including in the west, in Yoruba land, are there not presence of the jihadist army of Nigeria and police? NSCDC, Air Force, Navy, all of them, are they not there? What makes your own land different that they cannot penetrate? Can you answer me? Of course, you don't have the answer. They said the organization traced Kanu's activism back to his early role under Rafu Wazirike, noting that his initial approach was rooted in non-violence and public enlightenment. However, it acknowledged that evolving security concerns and political tensions over the years contributed to a shift in tone, which has since been misinterpreted by many. Ohanaeze criminals also dismissed fears that Kanu's police could destabilize the country or threaten the president's re-election prospect in 2027. Instead, it argued that such a move will likely enhance stable standing in the southeast and demonstrate leadership anchored on reconciliation. Reconciliation. The group further alleged that opposition figures, including Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and Rabiu Kwankwaso, are leveraging Kanu's continued detention as a political tool to galvanize support among Igbo voters ahead of the 2027 general elections. Onwere ife na zona abụghọ your way to Asorok. Okechukwu isi guzoro. Is there any other thing you are fighting for if it's not your way to Asorok? If it's not creating awareness for yourself to penetrate Asorok, is there any other thing that you are fighting for? Okechukwu isi guzoro. You think we don't know your tactics? You have failed. While making its appeal, Ohanaeze criminals commended the Tinubu administration for ongoing infrastructure development in the southeast, particularly the rehabilitation of key federal roads. You see, is it not exactly what I said right now? That none are so zoya to Asorok. Nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. This criminal has absolutely nothing to offer. I'm telling you, I will play his video for him. He described this effort as a step in the right direction, but stressed that releasing Kanu will carry even greater symbolic and political significance. Reaffirming its stance, the organization expressed confidence that Kanu, if released, would embrace dialogue and contribute constructively to national discourse rather than incite conflict. Imagine. Nnamdi Kanu has never incited any conflict before. Not even for once. How can somebody who say, I want to be free, I don't want to serve you again, incite conflict? In the normal sense, in democracy, how is that inciting conflict? I know do again, I know they chop now by force. In conclusion, Ohanaeze criminals believes that granting amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu will open a new chapter of trust, unity, and cooperative nation building, the statement concluded. So, I'm not going to analyze this because Wanza Potakuoku from somewhere, then Biafra United after name analyze. I'm going to play his video for him. The video which I'm going to play for him is a reminder na na chapter ya ka mepero n'ife niile all his sabotage recorded. You understand? Go do ya anya ka di okoko nwa idea na mma na ama na azu na apaya na onya ya bụ mma ka do ai na azu. So let him not come now to think that not just a video now. You are calling an innocent man to go and collect amnesty. How ironic. Isi Guzoro, can you tell us what Nnamdi Kanu did that requires him to go and collect amnesty from Tinubu? Isi Guzoro, can you be bold enough, man enough to stand and tell us what Nnamdi Kanu did? Or when somebody say, I know they do it again, when I see KGD, like as I said, I don't want to analyze the idiot. Let me play this video to remind him I and Ayoma, all the sabotage he has been doing against the Igbo people, not even against Biafra, but against the Igbo nation, the Igbo people. His sabotage is not just against Biafra, but it's against the Ndigbo. So yeah, mother one, he must know it and know it fully well.
We know that the North, with the population and the vast majority place, that the North will always play the role of a kingmaker in deciding, being a deciding factor in 2023 presidency. And we feel that the best thing we should do is to migrate from the other side of the world to come to this place and interface with the real people who are the people that are holding the masses. Rather than abusive works in bathrooms in the villages, that we decided to extend the hand of friendship to the North. Having said that, we'll ask one question ourselves. What's happened to the relationship between Nnamdi Kanu and Tafawa Balewa? What happened to the existing relationship between the North and the East? Where did we got it wrong? What happened? What transpired? Is it because that one person somewhere decided to paint Igbos as if we are Biafrans? No, we believe in one Nigeria. The vast majority population of Igbos are residing in 19 northern states.
I don't want to analyze anything. This is not a live broadcast. I want you to remember one thing. The person is onyo na ario bika, onyo no na beye na paloya na ario this biko, na condemn Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, na condemn Biafra, na condemn Ndigbo. Welo power nye Fulani, season of Fulani o kingmaker. No fan with the highest population. No fan with Bontaburi Morocco. Onyo na ario biko ni na. Oja choose o penetrate Asorok. Onyo na ario biko ni na bu Yerima Shetima, the president of Almajiri Bambeyala. Yerima Shetima. All of you know Yerima Shetima back then. Not this Kashim Shetima now, the founder of Boko Haram, who happens to be the deputy president of the zoo. Yerima Shetima, the Almajiri